how to manifest the love of your life. Hi, I am your host, Sky Cheyenne, and welcome back once again to Rebuild Reality, where as always, we talk about who we really are, why we're here, and how all of this stuff works. Well, this is obviously an important topic. It's a big one because it's about love, right? So we all want love. We all want to feel nurtured. We all want to feel cared for. We all want to feel, valued, protected, and safe. And so we search for things that are going to make us feel that way. And of course, we search for those things and nothing more than relationships, most of all, because that is the number one thing that we feel like our deepest needs, that sense of oneness, that sense of wholeness, comes from being one with another. So we get into them, but we tend to struggle. Pretty much most of the time we struggle and we end up losing them or leaving them, one thing or the other. And I think that anything that we do, no matter if it is a relationship or anything else we try to get from the outside world, it's always a struggle. It's never quite what we think it is it? It never ends up being exactly how we think it's going to be. So because we're going out there, and that's what this is kind of all about. This is what manifestation, this is what awakening to all of this self-realization is really all about. It is about the turnaround, about finally turning you back to you as the source of all the things that you want, of finally turning away from out there, which is just the play world, and turning back to you so that your life is about you. That you enjoy you. You are the one who's enjoy exploring, the one who's having fun. It's all those things are about you doing them, not finding them out there, about you doing them, becoming them, just being them anyway. So when we're looking for the love of our life, it's right here because you are the love of your life. And that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's that knowing, that understanding, and ultimate declaration that actually is what brings everything to you that you want. Because we live our life always pushing, always reaching out there, right? Well, if this is one thing, and this is the way I realize that this is one thing, the more you reach and push, well, if it's one thing, it's just going to go that way, right? But if we're asking and then sitting there receiving, we're pulling back, right? So that energy, we're like, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm here. I'm having fun. I'm having a great time. And everyone's like, ooh, attention goes to you. So you're pulling that energy back to you. Instead of having to reach for everything, it comes over here. So we have to, which is exactly why we have to stop putting other things and other people on a pedestal. Because when we're making them the most important person in the world, then they're like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you making me the most important person? People don't like that. People don't want the person, you would think quite bizarrely, really, who loves them the most. No, they don't want that. The one who is the most fulfilling, perhaps the most fun, the most interesting, the most exciting, the most self-confident and self-assured in themselves. That's what people want. So turning things around where your life is literally about you. And that's what scripture talks about when it says, find the kingdom and all else is added unto you. Well, where is the kingdom? Well, we're also told that the kingdom of heaven is, of course, within you. So it's all of this is trying to turn us around to let us know that we're the most important person. So the ability to create everything, anything we want, everything we need, even what we see as impossible, is within us. So that power isn't separate from us, because we keep thinking of we're trying to get the attention, we're trying to impress something out there or something within us somewhere, but it's not anything that's separate from us. It is literally us. The only thing that makes us feel that there is an out there is this experience, right? So this experience of a separation of being, that feeling of being incomplete, that feeling of not being whole, is nothing more than a side effect of duality. That's all that is. So we're meant to kind of have that. Oh, that's why we're always like, what's actually missing? I'm doing all this stuff, but what is it that's missing? It's us. It's us. We're the thing that we leave out because we're always looking out. We're never looking in. So the only thing we need to do is accept that we are the ones. We are the power. You are the one with the power. The things you want come from you. So that way, when you realize that there is no out there, that you are the power, and then that's why things are never satisfactory out there, because they're not coming from you. So in the 3D, it seems very real. But that's because we've got nothing to compare it to. I always say it's like a fish in water. It's like, what's water? They don't know anything else. Of course, there are worlds beyond just being in water, being in an aquarium, being in the ocean, or what have you. Of course, there's much more, but when you have no perspective of that, you're like, so we have no perspective of things outside of us. And that's why, when people have like near-death experiences and stuff, it pulls people apart so that they're finally like, oh, yeah, there definitely is something, beside just this. So when we move from just thinking there's this to understanding there's so much more within us, that all the power is within us, that there is no power that is separate from us. It is you. You are the only source of your entire reality. I'm going to say that again. You are the only source of your entire reality. It's all coming from you. That's why it says in scripture, I and the Father are one, but the Father is greater than me. Well, what is the Father? Well, Neville Goddard says that God is your imagination. So you can think of it like your conscious mind, your subconscious mind, however people want to separate it. Well, there's a part of you that is our imagination that can create all the things that consciously we can't create. And that is one with you, but greater than you. And that's literally what it is. So your life is meant to be about you. And of course, what you declare is real, which is why when we say, I'm not healthy, I'm not wealthy, I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, I'm not successful, I'm not in a great relationship, then it has to be fulfilled, because you are that powerful, So it's accepting that we are that powerful, that we are the power, that we are the authority here. And it's not out there, and it's not in me, it's not in any other spiritual teacher, it's not in anything else but you. And anyone who doesn't point you back to you is either deceptive or they don't know what they're talking about in the first place. So what do? We imagine it, we assume it, we let it be born from within us, from the power within us. So we give it over to that power within us. We know there's going to be that birthing process, that gestation period, and the unfolding of what we want coming into being. And we don't resist it, because of course you don't resist evil, because we see that as, oh, that's not what I want, that's bad, that's wrong, evil, So, but of course it's just this unfolding, it's just this play. It doesn't matter. We have to keep remembering that doesn't matter. This matters. This is the only way that there is power within me, and that we are seeing less than 0.1% of reality. So this is like the blind man in scripture, right? It's like, I can't see, Jesus heal me. And Jesus in scripture was, of course, always healing blind people. It's because they can't see, because we're not seeing true reality. So that's why we're going within, and we're asking to bring that reality to us. But when we understand that, when we make ourselves the center of attention, when we make ourselves the love of our life instead of everybody and everything else, that the whole world turns around to meet us and agree with us. Oh, it is you after all. Here I come. And that is how you manifest the love of your life, by realizing it is you. So I am your host, Sky Cheyenne, and thank you once again for being here at Rebuild Reality with me. And thank you for liking, subscribing, of course, is wonderful, for commenting and everything else. And I'm going to see you here next time on Rebuild Reality.